SharePlay is one of those Apple features that sound kind of boring until you actually understand what it can do. Because at first, most people think SharePlay is just, oh, I can watch a movie with someone on FaceTime. And yeah, it can do that, but SharePlay is a lot bigger than that. You could watch movies together, listen to music together, share your screen, control music in the car with other people, start a shared music queue at home. You can even start a SharePlay by just holding your phones next to each other. And the cool part is, this is just already built into a bunch of apps that you use every day. Things like FaceTime, Messages, Apple Music, CarPlay, and even some third-party apps. So in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about SharePlay. We're going to talk about how to start it, where it works, what actually it's good for, and the tricks most people miss, the annoying limitations, and how to fix it when SharePlay just refuses to work. So, what is SharePlay? Well, the easiest way to explain this is SharePlay lets multiple people experience the same thing at the same time through your Apple devices. That could mean watching the same movie, sharing the same song, or even sharing your screen, controlling the same music queue, using supported app together. The key part there is it's all synced together, so everything is the exact same time. So let's say you're watching a show with someone on FaceTime. If you pause the show, it also will pause at that exact same spot on their phone. If they skip back 30 seconds, it'll also skip back 30 seconds on your phone. That way you're always synced and you're always watching the same thing together. And if one of you starts talking, it'll automatically lower the volume on the movie or music or whatever you guys are doing. That way you can hear each other talk. That's just one of those things that make it feel like it's not just screen recording and it's like you're actually watching the show together. And this is where SharePlay is different than just regular screen sharing. Screen sharing is, hey, look at my screen. But SharePlay is, we're both experiencing this thing together. That means in the right app, everyone gets synced playback, shared controls, and a more native experience. That way if you're watching a movie, the other person's not just looking at some blurry screen trying to figure out what's going on. It's using their own app on their own phone and it's all high quality. They're playing the actual movie on their own device in sync with you. But there is one important thing you need to know. For paid content, everyone's gonna need their own subscription, unfortunately. So if you wanna watch Netflix, you both need to have Netflix together, which is kind of a bummer. It'd be cool if you could kind of get away with something there. Unfortunately, SharePlay doesn't just magically give the other person free access. So if the app requires a subscription, then the other person usually needs that too. Except with the YouTube app, I did notice something. I have a YouTube Premium subscription, and I did watch a YouTube video with someone that doesn't have a YouTube subscription, and they didn't ever get ads, so that's kind of a win there. There's a few ways to start SharePlay, and this is where Apple made this really powerful thing, but kind of confusing. Because there's not just one SharePlay button, it depends on what you're doing and what app you're in. You can SharePlay from FaceTime, you can start it from a supported app, you can start it from Messages, you can even start it by bringing two iPhones close together. So let's start with the most basic version, over FaceTime. This is the version that most people know. You just start a FaceTime call, leave it, and open up a supported app, and it will just automatically send it to your friends. For example, you start a FaceTime call with your friend. Go to the Apple TV app and pick a movie or show. Hit play, then your iPhone should ask you if you want to SharePlay it. The other person gets a prompt to join. Once they join, you're both watching together. And the good part is you don't have to keep your face huge on the screen. You can go to picture-in-picture, go full screen, or move the FaceTime window all around, including completely off the screen. So that way it's actually usable, and you're not just starting a giant FaceTime call while trying to watch a movie in the corner. Now the second way to start a SharePlay is from the app itself. Some apps have a SharePlay button built directly into the app. So instead of starting a FaceTime call first, you can open something up like Apple TV or Apple Music, hit the share button, and choose SharePlay. Then you pick the person you want to SharePlay with. The third way is doing SharePlay through Messages. With supported content, you can start a SharePlay session inside the iMessage conversation. So maybe you guys are going on a run together or something and you don't want to be on FaceTime. You can just iMessage them SharePlay to your music and you can share the same song while you're running together. This is perfect if you want to watch something with someone but you don't necessarily want to be on camera. Maybe you're just watching a show with your friend, or maybe you and your wife are listening to an album together. I feel like SharePlay on Messages is actually a lot more usable than SharePlay on FaceTime, unless you're maybe in a different house or far away from each other, obviously. I don't know, maybe you're doing some sort of long distance dating and you want to be able to FaceTime and watch a movie together. Obviously for this to work, you both need iMessage, the blue bubbles. None of this is going to work sending it to an Android or anything. It's got to be an iPhone and an iPhone, or iPad and an iPad, any Apple device. This is probably the coolest way to start SharePlay. You can just bring your phones together and it will automatically give you the notification to start SharePlay. Let's say you're with someone in person and you want to start SharePlay. Instead of sending a link or starting a FaceTime call, you can just bring your iPhone close to each other and SharePlay can pop up as an option. This is basically Apple using those name drop or airdrop proximity features. It just works for SharePlay as well. If you're physically near someone, your phones just know it and they can start SharePlay together. Obviously, this isn't going to work for everything on your iPhone. It has to be a supported SharePlay experience. But when it works, it feels really Apple. At first, I thought it was kind of weird. You're going to FaceTime someone and watch a movie instead of just hang out with each other. But, well, I actually use this feature a lot. Maybe you're at work and you and your coworker want to listen to a podcast together, but you have to have headphones on. You can SharePlay your experience, and then you guys can both go about your jobs and listen to the same podcast at the same time.